Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' best country, 105.1 The Bull. It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchen Lane USA, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hi there. Good morning to you on Thursday, moving our way through the first work week of 2026, and we're seeing what I think are our first rain chances in a very long time, because December didn't have like a lick of rain.
Yeah. Or snow in Colorado, for that matter.
That's true. That's true. Also struggling out there. So we may have rain and storms today. Make sure you stay tuned for Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer right after this. But we're going to do some news.
All right. A wildfire burning on Forest Service land since Saturday is beginning to die down. The Math Branch fire has burned several hundred acres, but has stayed entirely on federal property up to this point. Good news is that no homes or buildings are threatened right now, and containment lines seem to be holding. Crews are asking people to avoid the Swan Creek area. A burglary investigation in Pulaski County took quite the turn thanks to Facebook Marketplace. Deputies say a stolen generator was spotted that was listed online at a suspiciously low price. That tipped them off. That led them to a Crocker home where they say multiple stolen items were found. The man was identified now as a person of interest in the case. Investigators are asking anyone with information on that to call the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office.
It's always nice when the criminal does something to help the police, right?
That's true.
Kind of leaves a trail for them to easily walk down.
Like the dumb criminal stories, but sometimes you have the dumb perpetrators. Like I think it was over Christmas time ish, whenever the Louvre got broken into, and their password on the door was Louvre. You know what I mean?
I think it was.
It can go both ways.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Who would have thought somebody would crack that in their defense? The Jefferson Avenue footbridge is now back in place over the railroad tracks there in North Springfield. How about that? It's been a long time coming for that thing. Crews lifted the final span of the footbridge into place yesterday. They still have some shoring up to do there. The work now moves to the decking, putting in stairs, elevators, and lighting. You'll recall that historic footbridge was built in 1902, and then in 2016, it was closed for safety concerns. It is a very, very long span that goes across 13 sets of railroad tracks in North Springfield. But the Jefferson Avenue footbridge should reopen in the spring, so we're getting close. Closer we are to spring is good news for me. Missouri State Employee Pension System has lost a years-long battle over investments in Canadian capital funds. A Cole County judge ruled the system, which is called Mosers, it stands for something, Mosers, did not prove misconduct and must pay the defendants legal costs. The decision comes as lawmakers return to Jefferson City, and Mosers is asking for a higher contribution rate to keep up with future benefits for people. That pension system currently covers more than 56,000 retirees across the state of Missouri.
Okay. Springfield Health Care Provider has a new name and a new look. Jordan Valley Community Health Center is now simply Jordan Valley Health. I feel like that's what I probably called it anyway, just because, long titles. That change is intended to better reflect the expanded services and locations. A new logo featuring a mother bear and a cub will roll out across all 10 locations this year.
Okay. Good for
I
them.
like it. A mother bear and a cub. Get it? Like, get off me. This is my child. I will take them to the Jordan Valley Health Center to be seen.
All right, if that's what it is, great.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
All right. Now to a different hospital. Mercy is having quite the baby boom. They are having quite the cubs right now. The hospital delivered more than 3,300 babies in 2025. In 24, this year, It's 177 more is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, we're now in 26. Okay, in 25, it was 3,300 babies, and that number is 177 more babies than in 2024. It's a lot of numbers.
That's
what I'm trying to tell you.
You made it harder than it is. But they had 103 more births than their all-time record. So they shattered.
That would have been the way to say it.
They shattered the record, and then and not only that, but it was 177 more than 2024.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of babies. A huge increase in the number of babies. So maybe that is happening across the country, and that would be very good news for us because America is seeing a drop in
live births.
Yeah.
I don't remember when the last census was taken, but it was way down at that point. That would have been in 2020, right?
Yeah, they were. I don't know. They were saying it. Yeah, they do the census every 10 years. It's been 2020, but they come out with that report other times between then, but because they know how many births happen a year, but they were saying that at the latest time that they said it, that it's like unsustainable. America can't continue if our birth rate continues to drop at the rate it's dropping. So Springfield is doing its part. And
Springfield sounds like it's doing its part. We did our part. I do kind of wish that we would have gone for number 4, but ship has sailed.
Ship has sailed. I think 4 would be good. It's an even number on roller coasters.
That's exactly the only reason that I was also thinking the same thing.
No, 4 would be great.
Griffin was huge. That was the problem. I didn't feel like I could carry a 13-pounder,
Well,
they were increasingly getting heavier. So once we hit near 12, I was like,
I don't know how we could, at the ages they are now, I don't know how we could do more running around to practice this and stuff than we currently do. If we had an extra child, the extra child would just have to do whatever the older ones are doing, I think.
I know. I am thankful, don't get me wrong, but total unpaid chauffeur.
It is hectic in the evenings.
Yeah.
and we do have one driver. So
yeah.
Other families have more kids than us, and somehow they're doing it. So
and sometimes 0 drivers.
Anyway, Springfield is doing its part to help the birth rate thing, and that's great news. A new year, I think, is a good time to hear this news that we should be eating more whole foods and way less processed foods and added sugars. I think we agree with that. The updated recommendations from the feds call for more protein and limited saturated fat, also good to cut down on. The simpler guidance will shape school meals and federal nutrition programs in years to come. Maybe cut down on our obesity epidemic. Most Americans, according to health experts, fall way short of the new recommendations.
Yeah.
So it's something to put on your 2026 goal list. It's on ours.
If you actually needed the government to tell you that, or around the Ozarks for that matter, you really got to get more. You really do. You got to get out.
They're basically turning the food pyramid on its head. So
it's very interesting though, because I don't want to go too far on a rabbit trail, but I was listening to a health video yesterday that my daughter was taking. She had to watch a video and then take an online quiz, and it was not updated. It clearly hasn't been updated because of the amount of protein that it was calling for. I'm like, but I'm not going to correct the video, right? This is what she's being tested on. But I wanted to be that sounds like it was from 1972,
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what they're saying, but the new recommendations came out yesterday, so it'd be tough to update it that quickly. But it's way out of date.
But if you need the government to tell you that you should be eating less highly processed food and eat more whole food,
well, that's part of it. Here's what I say. You can't trust really anything because it changes all the time. At one point, the food pyramid, as we grew up knowing it, was like gospel. This is what you do. And now we're saying, what? What are you doing?
It's a good book.
That many carbs? You're going to eat that much bread
book,
a
babe.
day?
It's all you can trust. It's the only thing.
Crazy.
It's the only thing.
So, you take it with a grain of salt, and you try to find some experts that you trust and go.
Mineral salt, not white salt.
All right.
Okay, this is me. Sorry.
Yeah, you're
Free
right.
Wi-Fi is coming to most American Airlines flights. I'll believe it when I see it. Says it's coming this year. I've been told that before, though, from other airlines, and it doesn't actually work in the air. This is going to roll out starting this month. It'll be nearly fleet-wide by early spring. Passengers will need to be members of American's Free A Advantage program to connect.
Ah, man, that's great news, because when I fly, I typically fly American, and I always have trouble getting on the Wi-Fi.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
So maybe this will make it easier. I would hope so. Missouri State football has its new defensive coordinator, and he is very familiar with Springfield, and Springfield may be familiar with him. Jack Curtis, he's a veteran coach and an Evangel graduate. He is joining the Bears staff. Curtis most recently worked as a defensive analyst at Auburn, good football, and brings decades of Division I experience to town, including time in Conference USA, where, of course, the Bears are now. So we wish him the best, and the new head coach the best, and looking forward to a good season for the Bears. Year 2 of Conference USA coming up here in the fall.
Very cool. The Community Blood Center of the Ozarks is needing your help. They're saying, hey, roll up your sleeve and come and donate. The flu outbreak that's happening right now, and then some slowdowns over the holidays in blood donations, have tightened up their supply. So through Sunday, donors can receive a sweatshirt, fleece blanket, and a chance to win Visa gift cards.
Wow.
Type O and negative bloods, and any negative blood type is especially needed right now.
Okay, that's a lot of stuff they're giving out.
It is. That's good.
When you said the flu, I was like, wait a minute, they don't give transfusions, but the flu has kept people away from giving blood, is what it sounds like, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. And we told you about the flu last year. It's the worst in 20 years, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Keeping people at home and at doctor's offices, not necessarily hospitals, but. All right, give blood if you can, and we hope you have a fantastic Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, so that's good news. Get through it today, and we'll see you back here.
Have a good one. See ya.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It is going to be a mild day in the Ozarks in terms of temperature, but rain is the big story for you today, and many of you already have some showers out there. It's also going to be a very breezy day in the Ozarks, so we've got things to talk about this morning. Temperatures starting in the 50s. It is mild outside, but I think the type of jacket you're going to want today is a rain jacket. Umbrella would come in handy too, and it's going to get muddy across the Ozarks. There's quite a bit of rain heading our direction, and even some embedded thunderstorms, which could provide some not only shower and thunderstorm noises out there, but also maybe some gusty winds that could cause a bit of damage. So we are going to be looking at the opportunity for a few stronger storms today. We'll maintain this above normal temperature that we've been seeing. Not hard to do that when temperatures are in the 50s to start. We'll warm to the 60s today, and a cold front is going to come through for us this evening. That will mean a big range in temperatures on Friday, and cooler air is going to arrive for us as we head into the weekend forecast. Pretty much, though, through the morning and midday and afternoon hours, it's rain that's in the forecast. It's going to be pretty consistent. It's been a while since we've had kind of an all-day rain out. Today is looking like a dreary one in the Ozarks, with widespread rain expected to last through the majority of the afternoon. Also, through mid-morning and afternoon, we're looking at that threat for severe weather, damaging wind, and some locally heavy rain is possible. A few isolated strong storms are going to be out there. The stronger storms will be capable of producing winds to 60 miles an hour, which of course could cause some damage. So do be mindful of that. have a way to get your watches and warnings today because we may see a few issued as those storms roll through the Ozarks. Not only will we have the threat for some thunderstorm winds, but I think winds in general will be up today. They're generally going to be out of the southwest, and that's what's going to keep our temperatures mild. By the time that cold front comes through, we'll see our temperatures and our winds shift, and that will lead to a cool down on Friday with a big range on Friday, expecting 40s in our northern counties. Springfield, I think, will still be in the 50s for highs, and then the southern counties may still be in the 60s on Friday before cooler air arrives for everyone on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday in particular looks like the coolest of the extended forecast, with numbers perhaps staying in the 30s for highs. Around the country, it's active everywhere across the Ozarks today. Of course, our storm system bringing us rain and storms is part of a larger one, providing some rain and severe storms all the way from the plains to the Midwest and the Mississippi Valley. There's also snow happening today for the Four Corners region and heavy mountain snow for the Cascades, as well as portions of the interior west. The western United States is also starting to trend cooler, and that will continue as we head through the rest of the work week forecast. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with yesterday was this: what city in the Missouri Ozarks is often cited in studies as having the most variable day-to-day weather in the United States? Do you think it is A, Branson, B, Springfield, C, Lake of the Ozarks, or D, Rolla? The answer is B, Springfield. Yes, it's called out in several different studies across the country. Springfield, Missouri is widely recognized for having some of the most variable weather in the United States due to a couple of things. One being our central location. It allows us to be hit by polar, tropical, maritime, and continental air masses, leading to these dramatic shifts that we often see in temperature, humidity, and precipitation. We have all four seasons, of course: fall, winter, spring, summer. And we often get what's called weather whiplash. The Ozarks terrain also creates these little microclimates, which adds to some of the unpredictability of the weather here. So congratulations. You live in one of the most interesting places for weather in the United States. All right, here is the next question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. The deadliest single tornado in 21st century U.S. history struck which Missouri city near the edge of the Ozarks region? Do you think this is A, Springfield, B, Branson, C, Joplin, or D, Poplar Bluff? You can let me know. Take your guess. That's at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. Thank you so much for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather today. Grab the rain gear, drive slow, stay safe, and remember, if your windshield wipers are on, your headlights should be on too. Big shout out to our sponsors: Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. If you need weather info, it's updated all day long, up to the minute. That's also at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. We'll chat again early tomorrow.